It was a very good year. It was a very good year for lost vintage finds in deep gully glens. Bonus points if you can identify the reference. Yeah. I don't feel like taking the long way around. Alright, this is just about the last fetch. Your prolonged absence is beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Vienna. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. We have a very big funny coming up. When you realize, okay, we live in a post Me Too world. But when I was growing up, and I was a young woman, and I was a older woman, all the way till middle-aged woman, I lived in a world where Playboy was respectable for the articles. And Playboy's famous founder, what's-his-face, I never read Playboy for all the obvious reasons. I don't pay people to insult me to my face. His famous mansion were a fixture. And I was talking with another player the other day, and she was talking about getting through this part and what a vile guy Master Gergeruju was. What just a disgusting, vile, filthy creature he was. And he's not built to be vile, disgusting, filthy, because he's built to be Mr. Playboy Mansion. He's built to be classy, sexual revolution guy. And one of the people blame the baby boomers for wrecking the world, and that's not really entirely fair. They put a lot of effort into trying to unwreck it, even though the process on some of those was not successful or even sometimes helpful. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of history I won't make you sit through. But one of the places they really did screw up was the so-called Summer of Love and the sexual revolution. And everybody was all, well, why do we penalize women for having active sex lives? Their sex lives should be as free and fulfilling as men's sex lives are. And everybody was all, let the girls have everything the boys have already had, instead of let's require the same level of responsibility of the boys that we always required of the girls. They were all for taking the reins off rather than for equalizing the responsibility. And one of the consequences of that was you lost the right to say no. And nobody realized that until we got to Me Too. And Master Gargaruju comes from history before we got to Me Too. So we're going to meet him here in a little bit. Please understand there is a perspective, a male perspective, that regards women, females, as something transcendentally beautiful and inherently opaque. And there's a male perspective that very honestly, earnestly, and respectfully will pay women to see their bodies and mean zero possession or disrespect for it by it. They're just so overwhelmed and delighted by the beauty of the female form that they consider it simply just homage. So Master Gargaruju is very much from that school of thought. So in this post Me Too era, please understand that Master Gargaruju's attitude on many things is not meant demeaningly, dismissively, or possessively. He just it's a bad attitude, but it's not a mean one. So have some patience with him, or you're really not going to like the next piece of the story. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. And they better do the funny part. They've tightened this thing up. They better include the funny part. After we went through all of this, we better get the joke. Y'shtola is concerned for your well-being. Well, that's very gracious of you, Y'shtola. Actually, I'm going to decline for now. We're going to have a party here in a minute. I'm going to go with something more interesting than what I'm wearing. I may get given gear, so this may be moot. But I don't remember if I am or not, so I'm going to set myself up for a little bit fancier than I've got. There we go. I shouldn't have to fight anything, so we should be fine. Y'shtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a woman who has been to the seventh hell and back. Yes, I do. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. Wait, in my own honor? What is this? I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola! Lady Waveless! Ah, we get the joke. Remember, ladies and gents, this is the richest guy currently in Lominsa. In the whole country. He's got the biggest, deepest pockets. And look what we just got. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. I'm tougher than that, Gagerger. Get to your feet. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Yes, she did. Quite a bit, actually. And now you heroes have had your fun. Can we get to what I'm actually after? You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Fianna has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God-slayers on his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. I thought we were doing voices for the goblin. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore we'd do our utmost to support her cause. Did I pass? The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you dined to test Fianna with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child at the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. I've decided he's kind of somewhere between Italian and Scottish. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Fianna, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. No, I don't have a shortage. I have several million, actually. Wily Uplander is talented plansmaker, is talentsful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Fianna Waveless, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Now I just have to kill him. Do I have enough time to kill him? Maybe I do. With these formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Fianna Waveless, Titan's Bane. Fianna Waveless, Titan's Bane. I haven't killed him yet, so you're premature with the Bane part. I mean, I will. Alright, let's step out of everybody's pictures here. Speak with the bronze-skinned beauty who's wearing nothing. Cultural differences. Keep telling yourself that. Cultural differences. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Sometimes I make my characters defiantly heterosexual because these are all so male perspective that to be anything but female and defiantly heterosexual seems to be playing to the assumptions. See, that buttering up from her makes sense if your tongue rolls out on the floor when looking at her, which people assume means heterosexual males and homosexual females. So if you're going to go counter, you got to stay heterosexual female. And now we get to guess what the exotic feast tastes like. I figure the cheese is something like Roquefort. What's the smelliest cheese? Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. It tasted good. Yeah, Roquefort. Roquefort's a smelly cheese. A sweet, smelly cheese. And all goblin cheese is exceptionally smelly. And if you remember, one of the things we had to fetch was cheese from Bray Fox. Bray Flops, flops, not fox. Bray Flox Altox. That you're gonna find that on every time you talk to a goblin. It starts out with that. It's a respirator. It's a mechanical respirator. That thing, if their faces aren't shaped that way, they're just that lump in front, I guarantee you, mechanical respirator, which is a good thing because, oh my goodness, the super fun site that is the Goblin Mines. Oh my goodness, the super fun site that is the Goblin Mines. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gobbliflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Fiona, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. Yes, I will do that. You are a veteran of countless battles, Fiona. But this one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. Okay, maybe it's somewhere between Italian and Slavic. And man who began this small chapter in my storied life, Waistcat. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Yes, I am. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Beat me, yes. There's a decent chance he will knock me off because I need to make sure my... Do I have arm's length even on the front? Yikes, I'm going to have to redesign this and put arm's length on the front. While I am thinking about it, Oh, and he likes area effects. I think I have tanked Titan once. And getting knocked off as the tank was a problem. Because your immobility is arm's length, and it has a big recover. And last, Shalani Lamani, the diminutive but daring Vintner. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no greater victory was ever achieved alone. Good advice for any cooperative effort. This game is chock full of good advice. It's part of what makes it such a great game. I probably shouldn't have brought my chocobo with me. You are kind to indulge them, Fiona. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Indeed, it has. Has indeed come. Ha! Western Lenoska, it's no help here and now, but at least I can go faster somewhere. Alright. We're going to look really fast. I'm on As You Wish. I should be down here somewhere. Okay. My next fight is the Lord of Crags. Well, now I have to make a decision. Well, let's see how long this conversation takes. Waistgate truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenoska. There you will meet with Rio and another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear and meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method.